Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Always my joy to have you come back and watch my video. I'm Lucy Ben. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before and have not subscribed, kindly go back and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, kindly go back and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for always leaving your comments, giving my video thumbs up, and also thank you for sharing this link. I'm so super excited today because today it's a sunny day. Finally we can see the sun. I can see it through my windows right here, and you know what, I'm grateful. It has been cold right here in Nairobi, and I thank God for the warm weather today. And so this wonderful day, I'm grateful. And you know what, today I'm super excited because of what I'll be talking about. I'm talking about parenthood, and I'm excited as well because my girl should be coming from school this week. I'll be having a wonderful time with my kids. And so for those who are new, I'm Lucy Ben, and I'm also a parent. And so I want to talk a little bit about parenthood. And sometimes do you wonder why you're never happy that your kids are coming back home? And sometimes do you wonder why other parents enjoy they enjoy time together with their kids and you never enjoy it? And at times do you wonder why you wish that kids could not come back home? I believe you do, and I believe sometimes you just want your space. And so today I'll be talking about parenting style. I know that you'll have a good time and you'll have a good time to learn. Thank you, and thank you so much for always coming back to watch my video. Four types of parenting styles that I'll be talking about. The first one is authoritarian parenting style. The second one is authoritative parenting style. And the third one is permissive parenting style. And the last one is uninvolved parenting style. So you'll get to see where you are and where you belong. Join me. That an authoritarian parenting style, their kids, they are great liars. I repeat that. They are great liars. They are always angered because of their parents. They have deep anger towards their parents. Those kids that they always say they don't like their parents, they'll never want their kids to go through what they went through in their homes. Yes, because their parents were authoritarian parents. And so the other thing is that these kids, they are very good at obeying rules, but their discipline is at stake. They don't have discipline. They don't have discipline at all. They are good at just making sure that they obey the rules so that they don't fall into traps of punishment, but they are very bad in discipline. And kids, they perform poorly in school, they have low self-esteem, they are always fighting with other kids. And so with that, as a parent, something else that we need to note about this kind of, because you want to give your friends or your visitor a good picture of how well behaved your kids are, let me tell you, what you're doing to those children is that you're breaking them and you're not making them. Authoritarian parenting style, it's such it's such a thing that you need to work on and look into it and just decide whether you want to make your kids or break your kids. So it's up to you to decide. And with that, you're able to know where you stand. Whether it's always your way, like you make rules and they have to be followed to the letter. Whether they are good rules or bad rules, you don't care. Your kids have to follow what you're saying. They have to listen to you. They have to follow them. If they don't, there's punishment for your kids. Sometimes you don't even regard how they are feeling about everything. Come on. It's high time that you work on your parenting style. Style is that as a parent, you're always busy at punishing your kids and not instilling discipline into them. You're busy punishing them and busy punishing them, but not instilling any discipline. Another thing, you're always busy making your kids feel sorry for the mistakes they've done. You see, this kind of a style, it will always bring your child down. So it's important for you and for me to watch out on the parenting styles that we have towards our kids, because as I said earlier, it can make them or break them. All right, so I want to look at the second parenting parenting style. The second parenting style is authoritative parenting style. The first one was authoritarian. Now I'm talking about authoritative parenting style. With this, these parents are very good because they make some rules in their homes and they follow them up. And the good thing about this type of parenting style is that these parents, they consider their children's feeling, they consider how the children are reacting to whatever rules they put in place. They consider the feeling of their kids, not like the first kind of a style that I talked about, that parents don't care about what their children are feeling. So with this kind of a style, parents are keen and they're careful about how kids are feeling about the decisions they've made. They give room for they always give a room for their kids to air out their feelings, to talk out. They give room for them to express themselves, you see. And so with this, we see that these kids, let me tell you the difference now between the first style and this one. They are kids at school, they are excellent. They succeed in academics. Number two is that they have high self-esteem. Number three is that these kids, they always love to express themselves. They look for opportunities. Like when an opportunity comes for them to express themselves, they do it happily, expressing themselves. And they always have a very, very good relationship with their parents. And so these kids they grow up being responsible people. They always consider risks. When they are even alone, they know, if I do this, this will happen to me. So they're always careful, and they are responsible kids who grows up to be responsible adults. So with this kind of a style, you know, authoritative kind of a style, I think it's really nice because it will mold your child. It will cause your child to become who they need to be. They'll not fear to express themselves. They'll not have an issue with the self-esteem. They'll always be responsible. I mean, and these are the kind of kids that we want to bring up. So today I ask you, a parent that is watching me, or a parent to be, because we all look forward to one day becoming parents, what kind of a parenting style do you have so far? What type of a parenting style do you have? And so just allow me to talk about the third style of parenting, and that is permissive parenting style. Permissive parenting style, as the name suggests, is that these parents, they make rules that they never follow up. They are never like ready to ask their children questions on some of the decisions they make. They never follow up to see if someone is breaking the rules they've come up with in their children's life. Like they are never even so much involved into rules and all that. And you know, these kind of parents, permissive parenting style, these are kind of parents who they are more of, I would say, they're more of friends than parents to their kids. You've ever seen them. They are more friends than parents to their kids. And so with that, they have kind of a freedom they've given to their kids to a point that they cannot correct their children when they're making wrong decisions, simply because they don't want to break their friendship with their kids. And we've seen this happen. In particular, when your kids are now entering into teenagehood, most of the parents, you find yourself being permissive. Like you don't want to ask your child a question because you fear, if I ask them this question, if I say no to what they want to do, they'll become rude, they'll become unheard of, you know, and so you're afraid about it. And so you don't ask them any question. You don't want to know. You don't want to show them that you're concerned so much, even when they're making mistakes. Permissive style of parenting, yeah, you'll have that great relationship with your child, you'll be friends, but then you're not able to correct your child, which is, I'd say, that's a dangerous thing for you as a parent, because you should stand out and tell your kid when they're making mistakes. We've ever seen this kind of parents, you know, maybe let's say you're somewhere, you visited a home, and while you're just sitting there, you've been offered a drink, the child comes and takes your drink, and they drink it, or they eat what you've been offered, and the mother is there, or the parents are there, and they're just like, Hi baby, stop doing that. Stop doing what you're doing. It's not right. I mean, they cannot even correct that child. They'll not tell that child what you're doing is wrong. You know, we've seen these kind of children. They'll come, they pull out your wig. I mean, they do all these nasty things. They pour water on you. You know, when you're seated in their homes, they tell you to stand up. They want to sit where you're sitting. I mean, and the parents are just there and they're saying that just ignore him. He's just a kid. She's just a kid. Permissive parenthood. What you don't know is that you're wrecking your child's future, because number one, this child, when he'll be at school, he'll be a poor performer. Number two, they'll never obey any rules because they don't know how to follow rules, because you never taught, because you are never careful to follow up on rules. You never told them the consequences of disobeying any rules. So at school, they will always fall into traps of punishment. And with this, these kids are always sad at school. They don't have friends. They are always sad. They're never happy, simply because they'll be told no by other people. And so with that, they tend to stay away from people. I mean, they just withdraw from people and they hate other people because it started from home. So as a parent, we see that we have great instincts. So as a parent, come on, rise up and take care of your kids. I mean, take care of your kids. You're responsible for his future. You're responsible for his life. I mean, these kids, they're looking up to us to take care of them, to guide them, to counsel them. And if you're failing to do that, then tell me, what kind of a child are you bringing up? It's your responsibility. It's my responsibility as a mom to take care of my kids, my two kids, you know, to be there for them, to correct them. I mean, I will not even blame anyone if my kids, they have bad manners. I mean, because I have to answer that. I should be there. I mean, I need to help them to be the kind of people they need to be. And as well, the Bible says that when you spare a rod, you spoil your child. The Bible is so clear that you need to correct your child, no matter what. They need to be corrected. Because when they grow up, you'll never tell them anything. I mean, you'll never change that child. So parenting, it's such a great thing. It's such a gift from God, which I'm enjoying right now. And so just to bring us to the close of this topic today, which has been very good, kindly, if you've not subscribed, go back and do so and like this video. All right, so let me talk about the last style of parenting that we have, and that is uninvolved parenting style. Yes, uninvolved, meaning that you are not even involved in your child upbringing. You're just there. You don't care for whichever reason. You're not concerned about your kids. You just wait for your kids to bring up themselves. I mean, you don't ask them questions about how school was. You don't care about the homework, whether they did it or not. You know, you don't care anything about your child. You don't care where your kids are. You don't care who they are with and what they're doing. It's none of your business. Like, you're just there. Kids are just growing. And I'm sure that we've seen these kinds of parents around us. They are all over who never care. And you're like, where's the parent? Do they know their kids are doing this? Do they know this is happening to their kids? Do they know the company the kids are working with? Like, they're just there and they're never involved in the upbringing of their kids. And so these kinds of parents, maybe some of them, they pretend to be very busy with the bills, busy with the rent, busy with the work. They're not involved in their children's upbringing. They're never there. They don't want to know. They don't even care. And so these kind of children, they find it rough at school because, number one, they always have low self-esteem. They don't know how to express themselves because there's no one to listen to them back at home. So with that, they learn to be by themselves and to deal with their own issues. They are always having this low self-esteem. They are not ready to talk to anyone. They're not open to anyone. They cannot tell anybody anything because they are scared. They don't know how people will receive whatever they're telling them. And so these kids, they always have low self-esteem. And the other thing is that most of them, they really perform poorly in their academics because, like, maybe at home there are things they need They were told to buy some things for projects in school, but then their parents are not ready to provide for them. They're not even involved. They got this. And so with that, you get that the child comes to school and find the friends, they have these things, and them, they don't have them. So with this, it makes the kids to have this low self-esteem that causes them to perform so poorly in their academics. It affects the child's life totally, because the parent is never involved in the is that these children, they are always sad at school. They are never happy because, by the way, their provision is poor. It's at 0.01%. Like, they don't have any provision. Come to school needs, they don't have them. Their parents are not doing anything to them. They're not providing for this kid, and so with that, never happy. They're never happy. And so, just to wind up this, I want to let us know that you can have more than one different type of parenting style. So the research shows that the authoritative parenting style is the best style for bringing up your child. And so it's a style that you can learn, you can adjust. If you need to have kids who are responsible, kids who have been who are succeeding in life, kids who knows how to take care of themselves, to weigh some of the risks they could be involved in, kids who are ready to express themselves. I mean, these are the kinds of kids that we all want to have in our lives. And so with that, you need to practice this kind of parenting style. I know that it's possible, you can do it. Why don't you just try today? Kids are a gift from God, and we need to do our part, taking care of the kids. Now the kids are coming back for 1 week break from school. Right here in Kenya, we'll be having our kids at home. Are you happy that your kids are coming back home? What will your relationship be like with your kids for the next 1 week? Personally, I'm looking forward, and I'm just happy. I'm looking forward to that time whereby I'll be connecting with my kids and be there for them, because it's an opportunity that God has given to us as parents. It's always my joy to have you come back and watch my video. If you've not subscribed, kindly go back and subscribe. If you've not hit the notification bell, go and ring this notification bell. And if you've not liked my video, come on, like my video right here and leave the comment right here. It's always my joy. I'm Lucy Ben. Until next time, looking forward, be the best parent that you can be.